It's people that we see. It's these hundreds and hundreds of people that we see every day that give us some of the best entertainment that money couldn't buy. Okay, so if you've ever worked in the restaurant industry, you'll know that restaurants have their fair share of characters. So I worked with this lady, her name was Teresa. She was an older dining waitress, like a Southern Belle. Anyway, this lady came into the restaurant one day, and there was something about her that stuck out. Two things, actually. So me and the other fellas in the server station were looking at her sitting in Teresa's booth, saying to ourselves, wow, that lady really left her headlights on. She left her headlights on. Teresa overheard this and ran to her booth, told the lady, excuse me, ma'am, I think you left your headlights on in the parking lot. And so we all looked at each other and quickly got the hell up out of there. I remember this one time a manager that I worked with got into some real hot water. His name was Matt. He was a balding, middle-aged guy who was stuck in his teenage years because he absolutely, positively loved Spider-Man. I mean, loved it more than anything. Had a poster up in the office of the restaurant with Spider-Man all over it. Has pictures with Stan Lee autographing Spider-Man comic books. Anyway, a lady was sitting at this booth and she was wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt. Okay, so at the time her back was facing Matt. He couldn't see what was going on in the front. So a server came up to Matt and said, hey buddy, she's wearing your favorite guy. She's got a Spider-Man t-shirt on. And Matt absolutely flipped out. I mean, he was so enamored by the thought of a woman wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt, but what he didn't know was that this woman was breastfeeding a child at the time, so he rushed over to the table, approaching her from behind, turns around, points at her with his eyes closed, totally overdramatic, and says, I absolutely love this, pointing at her chest. He said, you totally just made my day. And she was like, excuse me? She was breastfeeding a child during this. Oh, Matt got into some hot water that day. Can you imagine? Don't stop.